Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Okay.
All right, the racers have been counted down, and we are off with this round 1 match. Yeah, Darker versus Chromie. I believe Darker is the number 2 seed, and Chromie is the 7 seed. So, Darker the favorite in this matchup. We'll see if Chromie can play consistently as they've been doing this entire tournament and make this interesting.
Yeah, Darker has been really consistent in the group stage. Like
True.
they have the smallest gap between their fastest and slowest run.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
also I want to say I kind of like this countdown of the racers in the restream.
I kind of like it too. Yeah, I like it too. I think we should make it a thing.
We should make it like every time.
Yeah. All right, we'll do that.
It does
Sounds
mess
good.
up the comms display for a bit, but
Oh,
I
that's
don't
no
really care.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
No one's gonna be in chat like, hey, why did Dan have thunders?
Yeah, I think
No, I don't think
Chromie
we'll have
was
issues.
displayed on mine
Yeah.
because it's like alphabetically. Wait, oh. Okay. I thought there was no audio, but it was just because I had it muted on my headphones.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's working for me. It's interesting to see the difference in color between Chromie's
like,
speed and Darker speed.
I noticed that last time. Chromie's speed is kind of dark.
Yeah, Darker speed has a ton of contrast. I don't know if it's
Maybe,
yeah, I don't know like
Yeah, maybe Darkser has some like color correction.
I don't know which is more like normal, you know, like which is more.
I kind of like
Can't really
Darkser's
tell.
better, but
Yeah, I think. Yeah, it's like the
Chromie's-
bright colors are a little more appealing.
Chromie's just looks kind of. I don't know if that's a rubber, but flat. Like
Yeah, well, like the walls are brown, not green. You know.
yeah,
It's interesting.
that's just probably like difference in capture card as well.
Yeah.
I spend an amount of money on my capture that is like abnormal. Because I have I have a Media Live Gamer 4K, which is a pretty expensive capture card. Then I have an M Classic. I have an HDMI modded Wii.
Yeah. All the gear.
Yeah.
So Chromie was having a little issue with Aquascape there and opted to go for the Navi dive. So Darker's gonna have a little bit of a lead here going into the Hyrule Field West.
Darkser
Oh, almost got the West there. That
almost
was
got the
nice.
West to impress. I like that one. Drop the SS though, I think. Oh,
Oh, that's a, I would just backwalk.
yeah, just back in this case. Resetting up.
Really
takes
hard
too
to like
long.
reset that up.
Yeah, you would have
And
to.
like not lose so much
Like-
time of day.
The best way to reset that was actually just going back into the loading zone and like doing it from the beginning. Chromie missing the red rupee there. It's gonna cost them some time of day, but they should still be fine if they hit the West here. Oh, and Ducks are talking. Oh well, yeah, because they're back out. Makes sense. Thanks for the good luck, Zero. Okay,
Yeah,
Chromie
more
has to
vibrant.
hit this
I think
West here.
vibrant.
Yes, nice.
Vibrant's a good word.
Yeah, vibrant. So yeah, good old Cookos here. We've talked about it so much already.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. Both racers getting here pretty late in the day, losing some time. I think, you know, I feel like that kind of mistake early on, like, you know, in this tournament, you're going to go up against racers like, you know, Torge and Baker, who are going to enter Kakariko at like 2:30, you know? So, like,
Yeah.
losing that minute early on is like, you know, it might be okay in this first round, but later on in the tournament, might be tougher for these racers.
Yeah, for sure. I watched Torch doing some runs earlier, and like, just crazy how fast. Like he was 15 seconds behind, ahead of his 15:55 PB in this route.
It's so, like, I don't know how you even attack that kind of matchup, because it's like, you can play, you know, you can play safe and consistent and hope he makes a mistake, but he's not really going to make a mistake.
I think
And he's playing consistently himself, like, you can't really,
the only
he doesn't have a
way
weakness.
the only way you can win against it is Torch just like fails one
Right.
warp multiple times and like has the
Yeah.
worst run of the place. I remember I used to, there was a really big tournament like in 2016 with 64 players. It never got finished, I think, but I remember I was like up against Torch and he had a really good run. But then unfortunately his power cut out, so we had to redo the race. So but then on the redo he had a really bad run and I actually won against him. So oh, nice inverted
Darker
camera
with
with
the
Darker.
inverted cam. Let's go.
Adding some swag to the run. It's good.
Chromie is not that far behind. Chromie
No.
also working on those last 3 Cuckoos.
Oh, Darker having some-
Darker losing that last one.
Yeah. And looking down on Cuckoo Lady.
You
Oh,
know, it's gonna
Chromie
be...
with the invert camera too.
Yeah, they're both,
Oh,
they're matching each other right now.
Chromie talking to the lady twice, unfortunately. Her range is pretty big to talk to her.
Oh yeah, her range is huge. I was just thinking, like, do you think that, because I feel like with Swordless, a lot of the time save is in the beginning of the run. Do you think with Chromie, like, sort of at a similar, even though Darker has the lead here, like, does
Not
the
that much.
rest of the run sort of, like, comparatively, is it easier for Chromie than Darker? Since Chromie has Sword?
Oh wait, is Darker doing Swordless? No.
Oh wait, no, Darker has Sword.
Yeah. Did you think Darker is doing Swordless?
I think I assumed because he's the 2 seed, so I
think-
thought because we've seen a lot of. Have we seen? Wait, maybe I'm.
We have seen Swordless versus Swordless. Habel versus
Yeah.
Torch was Swordless versus Swordless.
Okay.
And
All right. Well, I was wrong.
the only 2 players, since Habel got knocked out yesterday, the only 2 players left that doing Swordless are Baker and Torch.
Interesting. Well, that's good to know.
So this race is pretty close, like maybe 10 seconds, 15 seconds difference. So a lot can happen still.
It's really like it's almost. I feel like it's almost not even like worth saying like, oh, this person's ahead like so far early in the race because like you know if you miss wrong warp, it's minutes. If you miss void warp, it's potentially minutes. Like there's just so much, especially in the second half, that can go wrong.
Yeah, we saw it Habel yesterday, missing it wrong like 4
Yeah.
times, and late every time. It's pretty unfortunate.
Yeah, it's tough, you know. It's Void Warp is one of those tricks where like there are, you know, specific frames and you're holding ESS and you're switching ESS and it's a trick that like is very outdated. So no one's really like, you know, consistently practicing Void Warp. So if you're uncomfortable in any way with that, it could cause problems for you.
Yeah, and then on the other hand, you have Torch who does Void Warp unbuffered.
Yeah, the Void Warp unbuffered or just hitting instaclip like first draw casually in
Yeah.
the races has been crazy to see. So it'll be really interesting to see how those tricks go for these racers. Those you know, make or break tricks in the second half of the run. Do you think we'll see both racers go for... No. I wonder, will Darker go for ISGB1? It doesn't look like
No.
it.
I think again the only 2 players that do ISGB1 are now Baker
Habel
and
and
Torch.
Torch and Baker.
Yeah, and
I think
Habel
Habel was doing it.
Yeah, Habel was doing it too.
Alright, so we'll see Link climb to the top on both screens.
Okay, Chromie having some issues with the Waltula. Oh, and Darker hitting the V1 skip, nice.
Very nice. I think
Okay, that's good.
it's worth noting that Darker has like kept up, you know, certainly in the group stage with Torch and Baker, you know, with them both doing Swordless. Darker has been, like you said, extremely consistent with Sword and Shield, and it's definitely showed.
His fastest run was like in 18:06, and the slowest was like in low 20.
Yeah, I mean that's for race. All those races are good. All those runs. He's definitely gonna have to play towards the higher end when he gets to the semis.
He's gonna play like 18, 17.
That prospective matchup, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but potentially,
Oh, nice.
I'm not taking anything away from Session, but Darker versus Baker could be.
Yeah, nice avoid there from Chromie. They side up to avoid getting hit by the scrub, because they would have died. Okay.
Ooh, good pause by
Darker. Yeah, nice. Oh. Oh.
Oh no.
Well,
out of Deku Nuts now.
Yeah, he needs to climb back up and get more nuts. That's unfortunate.
Torch was talking about that yesterday after the race. He was saying that like missing Goma Clip is devastating because you have to climb back up and get nuts and reset it.
You don't get extra nuts. So, Chromie, I think Chromie set up for a double KO, so they can take the lead here. And they will, it looks like. Yep, nice.
Yeah, so Chromie taking the lead here.
Yeah, plus you need to burn the he needs to burn the web now too.
Ooh, yeah.
So clip through, unload it.
So potential upset brewing.
Yeah, good decision here to get 2 nut drops.
Yes, definitely.
While you're up here anyway.
Good to point out.
So, I'm going for second beat. Oh, they're going for the mega setup. Nice.
That's too late. Oh wow.
That worked.
Maybe I don't.
Oh.
Maybe I'm just a noob.
Wes,
I don't know. I don't know these frames.
Ah no.
Oh.
Too early.
Close.
Hey.
That was a fun trick. That's a fun part of old defeat Ganon.
Yeah.
It's like the re-enter B1 stuff.
Can Darker get Goma Clip this time? Okay, it's 2 frames early. One more. Nice. Good buffering. That is better. Oh, that was an early nut.
Oh no. Ooh! Darker getting hit there by Goma.
Okay.
But able to recover and kill her.
Yeah.
Nice. That was a little bit scary. It looked like Darker was a little bit uncomfortable there with what was going on.
Usually people do the ISG setup, but Darker opting for like an older strat without the ISG.
Yeah, we've seen that ISG side hop quite a bit in this tournament for those who've done Goma Clip.
Okay, so if Darker gets wrong up here, this is still a pretty close race. Let's see what Chromie will do. Will they like immediately go down the tower, or will they opt for Void Warp? Because I know Darker is gonna go for Void Warp. But I think Chromie has been kinda like both, like Void Warp or going down the tower. Darker again with the very far left setup.
Yeah. We've seen that from Darker, it's interesting.
Well, I mean, if it works for them.
Yeah, I mean, this looks fine, I think.
Yeah. Let's hope so. Yes, okay, we're good. Okay, let's see what Chromie will do here. I think even if they go on the tower and like if Darker hits a Void Warp, they'll take the lead. Okay, looks like Chromie is opting for Void Warp here.
Okay.
Again, standing very far forward.
Yeah, that's this Hess frame might work if they can turn him.
No, they took damage.
But you gotta turn him. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, way up the tower.
Oh, this might fast.
Maybe too deep, but it might work. Yeah, no, too deep.
Yeah, they need to go like further down.
Yeah, it's just not a good starting point.
Okay, they just stopped into go down tower instead of drinking bucks. So if Darker can get this Void Warp within a reasonable time, he'll take the lead.
Yeah, the pressure is sort of on Darker right here to hit this Void Warp and catch up.
Yeah. Oh, Darker going for insta-clip.
Oh, okay. You didn't know Darker had that in their held the SS left? Oh, and they got lucky there, getting hit by the rock.
They held left the SS for some reason.
Yeah. So lucky that rock didn't hit
Okay,
them off.
they're gonna take one more hit and then have the pink box. That's a good rock. Ah, it's correctly too late. That would have been a
that
good rock
rock's
right
good
there.
too. Yeah.
Maybe they were afraid. It was pretty close to the wall, so you can end up targeting the wall. This looks like it might work.
Yeah, this should definitely work.
Nice. Oh!
Ooh, good adjustment too.
Almost turned too early.
Chromie
Okay,
is
this
doing
is gonna look
Southpost.
weird. This should be the frame. One of them. Think. Oh yeah. Okay. They got it. Nice. So with that, Darker.
Now this is really close.
Darker takes the lead again. I didn't see. Did Chromie have a decent Southpost fight?
Yeah, Chromie had a pretty clean fight.
Okay.
But still, hitting that Void Warp is huge
that's
for
huge for Darker.
Darker.
And Chromie on the arguably the scariest staircase in this whole staircase.
Darker doing a good job just taking his time there on that staircase, just letting Zelda walk by him and making sure he didn't have any issues with the rocks on the floor.
No issues for Chromie on that staircase, thankfully. Chromie still rolling.
Yeah, going to the right
sides.
there a little bit is
We should talk about
causing
that
issues.
about in the interview.
Yeah.
Like they should not do that.
I think it's a good, yeah.
They should just go straight.
Wow.
Okay.
Zelda could have knocked Link. a little bit
Both
to the
rounds
right
invalid.
there.
No kisses.
Yeah, true. Redo the race.
Yeah, it's like. It's a pretty good race.
Is,
like,
yeah.
not
that's what I
that
was gonna
far.
say.
Like maybe 30 seconds difference, maybe 40. It's a pretty close race.
Yeah, Chromie was going into that, going into Ganon's tower with a pretty strong lead, and then Darker hitting Void Warp to reclaim that lead.
Yeah. That's just the power of Void Warp for you.
Yeah, it saves so much time.
It saves like 2 minutes, or like, I think it's like 140-ish, comparing both strats done well. But as long as Darker is not completely botching Ganon here, he should have to win here. The first win. The Ganon fight is always so loud. Compared to everything else in the run. Oh, Darker being safe, rolling backwards for SG. Smart. Good first phase. Not a huge fan of the rolling back and forth, but at least they don't move that much behind him.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, looking like Darker is going to take this first match.
Commentator's curse.
Let's hope not. Although, gotta get this
Okay. They're good.
Sword ISG, and now we're good to go.
Yeah, this is how you want to fight Ganon. You want to move as little as possible.
But you also want to stay like in. Not only do you want to stay, you know, move as little as possible, you also kind of want to stay in the middle. It's hard though because when this tail hits the stick and when you bounce off Ganon, like it'll move you. But it's sort of like the idea that you want to do like when setting up the backflip on first phase. You know, you want to like line up with this tail.
Yeah, I personally like to hold Z throughout the whole first phase. And in 1953.
Another good race from Darker. Good
Yeah,
good
not
start
bad.
to this first round. I really wonder why Chromie is opting for Kokiri
Oh no,
Sword here instead of
yeah.
ISG.
ISG would be so much safer. But getting it. Less than a minute apart.
Yeah, that's true. Really good race to
Yeah.
kick things off on this Thursday.
Oh, it's first already. Can't believe it.
The holidays are coming up.
These past 2 days have been whizzing by me because I'm just
Yeah.
like restreaming constantly. And the 2040. Yeah, exactly 50 seconds apart.
Yeah, it's a good race.
So yeah, let's give that win to Darker here. So
We got
if
some
Darker can
RuneScape
get
homies
another
in
one.
chat. Yo, what's up, Tater and Chem? Hope you guys are well.